Nioh 2 is the sequel to Nioh 1. And our news water is wet. Nioh 1 was free with PlayStation Plus last year. If you haven't played either of the games, I would recommend going back and playing that if you have it for free, because it's very much the same game as this, except it's free. If you've already played and enjoyed Nioh 1, then you should buy Nioh 2 immediately. If you like Dark Souls games, if you like Bloodborne, you should buy Nioh 2 immediately, because it's more of that. There are a huge range of different weapon types. Myself, I tend to stick with the Odachi, a giant blade, because that's generally how I play most of these games, with a giant sword. The levels are varied in colour. There's a lot of different castles. This one has a neat little gimmick where you can douse yourself in water to be able to run through fire, to be able to get access to treasures. Because otherwise you'll take a lot of damage trying to go through fire. There are a huge number of enemy types in the game, ranging from basic people who've got weapons. And I'll be a little bit overpowered here because of the fact I've already finished the game and I'm back in a regular part of it. One of the main differences with Nioh compared to, again, the Souls games is stances. In that it's kind of like the way you've got regular and power stances, in that you've got regular, low and high stances, each of which have their own series of attack chains, combos, active skills you can do. Each of those abilities can be further customized to have different elements on approach. You've got blocking, parrying on mid, deep up stamina. You can also dodge. Exhausting stamina on enemies gives you access to powerful attacks that can often be the key to victory against bosses. And in addition to having a wide variety of humans to face, Nioh 2 also has demonic creatures known as yokai. The best part is that you're part yokai. So when things get really tough, you can do stuff like summon beasts to attack your enemies. You may see me flash a few times during this. It's called a key pulse, and again is one of the key distinctions with the Bloodborne games, in that you can keep your stamina up if the right timing by pressing R1 during battle. There's also a variety of range attacks. You've got bows and arrows, rifles, hand cannons. I think there's anything else super interesting to tell you about. Oh, another major difference between the Souls games is the loot system. In most of the Souls games you tend to be picking up a small handful of weapons and upgrading them. In this, there are huge numbers of equipments. Like, you'll get so many different kinds. Oh, there's a wee monk. Let's aggro him. Let's counter him. We can deal a lot of damage to him then while he's stunned. That puts out all the blue fires near you. Equipment. So, like, even just over the course of this very short time, I have picked up a lot of extra weapons to use, and the various different, styles that there are. It's more like a Diablo game that way, where you're constantly picking up a variety of items that you can use to change up your playstyle. From different weapon styles, weapons with special effects, like imbuing elements on their attacks. Like, there is a lot of game here. I played for 22 sections before I finished it, and then there's a New Game Plus mode I unlocked. A ton of side missions to do. I think it took me about 64 hours to beat the game. I think if I go into my status screen here... Titles? Gameplay records, yes. Does it have my actual time? Playtime. 60 hours and 15 minutes. That's not bad. Especially considering the fact that I've unlocked New Game Plus with an entirely new difficulty system that scales up for your endgame stats, the ability to respec your character into different disciplines, a variety of new missions opened up in the post-game. There's a lot of content here. For $60, you can't really go wrong with the sheer amount of stuff that's in here, and I haven't even gotten to the best part. Not only are there graves of players that have died, you can fight them for their stuff, but there's also blue graves around, so you can summon people from other games. They're AI people. You can also have actual people join you by offering up cups at the shrines, the bonfires of the game, and play with other people. And there's even an entire mode called Expeditions, designed around co-op play, where you share a health bar between you, and whenever you go down, that health bar gets depleted, and you have to try and maintain that across the course of the entire level. Like, there's a huge amount of gameplay with is to play the game, and if you have trouble with it, there are a lot of systems in place to help you get through, from the huge range of different items you can use, like I've got a huge number of spells and ninjutsu abilities that can trivialize combat with tougher foes, to calling help from friends, to even getting help from AI in the game. So it's quite friendly towards people who are not great at these games. The only thing it asks you to do is to get good at learning any attacks, positioning, and timing. Because with patience, you can defeat pretty much any enemy. Like, I'd easily say this is my second favourite Souls game after Bloodborne, just because Bloodborne's really damn good. You should play Bloodborne. But if you like those kind of games, I cannot recommend Nioh 2 strong enough. That's what I say. Buy it now.